All right, welcome back to Peterson Farms here. Just getting a few things tuned up for the bow season. Get ready to go out today, this afternoon. Just getting through a few of the things that I picked up earlier in the year and show them to you guys. See what you think, comments. Leave them in the comments, whether you like them or not, or if you think it's totally BS. You know as well as I do that hunters and fishermen like us are sometimes the gimmicky folks. But over the 40 plus years that I have been hunting, I've tried many different products, and the majority of them do not work. But when certain products do work, you tend to go back to them, even though it doesn't work all the time, or you don't see the effects or the results all the time sometimes. Nose jammer, nose spray. I know there's big debates on whether that works or not, and obviously you want to stay scent free as much as possible. Some people spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on clothing, scent free, scent lock clothing. Nothing wrong with that. It works. You know, even the atomizers, the air atomizers, I've got one of those that I bought on the dirt cheap for a couple $100, and lays out that ozone path downwind of you. Haven't really seen it actually work, but I have seen nose jammer work. It didn't necessarily have the effect I thought it would, but it stopped a deer in its tracks. They smelled something, but they did not spook. They weren't sure, but it did have an effect on a few deer that I've ran into with that. Some of the other products obviously are the scent attractants, and a couple things I've had good luck with is Tinks number 69 Doe and Heat. Comes in a mist or a shot stream, like a gel. I've used both just for different applications. The secret to this, I have found over the years, is don't use a bunch of it. You know, it's like a woman with excessive amounts, or male with excessive amounts of perfume on. You know, at some level, it loses its luster. So I think the same thing goes with scent attractants, especially Doe and Heat. So I do use it, especially during the rut time or pre-rut, around scrapes and stuff. And I also use, and this a few years ago because I had luck with it, is the buck Dominator, trophy buck, dominant buck fogger. So it's supposed to be a dominant buck, I guess, scent. So I've had good luck. I actually killed one of my bigger bucks with a bow by using this technique right here. I couldn't get close to the scrape, and he had a scrape line, and the wind wasn't right. So I went to the scrape, sprayed on a little Doe number 69 Tinks, sprayed on a little trophy buck. Then I had a scent drag where I'd actually sprayed the Tinks on and drug it. And then for the 200 yards back to my portable tree stand, I would squirt the trophy buck, just a few drops here along the way, like a buck was following a doe. And lo and behold, a few hours later, that old buck came from those scrape lines right to within 10 feet of my tree stand, following the scent trail that I had put down. So I think a lot of different products can be effective. I think the key is when and how you use them. So be wary of that. You ask 100 different guys, you're going to get 99 different opinions, I'm sure. So just experiment with it. Just use it sparingly. That's my biggest tip. And just do it. You'll find something will work for you, if not all the time, a few times. And it does work. Another thing I like to go along with my scent attractants is to give it the full range of reality. So picked this up quite a few years ago, and I have had definitely success both on public, but especially private land, which now that's what I hunt, is my own land. But is the Grunt Call. They make, here again, hundreds of different types, and I've tried at least a dozen types over the years. And I think the most effective one I've had, really, is this Primos. And it's Trophy Buck or Buck Roar. Buck Roar. So this is probably an older version of what's out there on the market now. But definitely have had good luck with it. And it's got two functions. It's got the grunt, and it's got the snort wheeze. And I've used both on public and private land. I have more luck on public land with calling just very infrequently with the grunt only. I've never had any luck with the snort wheeze. But here on my property, I am amazed how vocal these deer are. I've had both luck with the grunt, but also reactions and bucks coming in on the snort wheeze. I never experienced that before. Seen it on video, heard about it on video, but obviously it's deer that have not heard the human type of snort wheeze that come in curious and ready for a fight. Killed my buck last year doing the grunt and snort wheeze. Usually all I ever do is about maybe every 15-20 minutes I just go through a series of calls. And then might hit it with the snort wheeze. And just doing that, not even real frequently, about every 15-20 minutes, I have definitely had quite a few deer, quite a few bucks come in on that here on my private property. And with the grunt only, even more infrequently on public land. Gotta watch the tone and how loud you do it. But I've heard enough bucks around here actually performing the grunt that I sort of know what they do. So the other thing I've seen them do is when they're chasing a doe, they'll just go as they're on the run. I've witnessed that, most definitely. Then I've had luck with just like that. That's probably how I do it most of the time. If I'm just grunting, I don't see a buck or anything, I'm just grunting, just to hopefully hear one hears or one's close enough to hear. If I do see a buck, I have to obviously understand its state of mind at that moment. If it's cruising, I might act differently than if it's sneaking through the woods. If it's sneaking through the woods, depending on what size the buck it is and what it looks like it's doing, I might just do a couple grunts just to get its attention, or see if I can get its attention. If that doesn't do it, I might either elevate the sound a little bit, but don't over grunt, because even though they don't seem like they are paying attention, they hear it, trust me. So it just depends on how interested they are. The other thing I've done too is, like I said, when a buck's on the run, I might go try to stop them. That usually is not too effective if they're hot on a doe. I've even yelled out at them and they still don't stop. So if you just get out there and try it, don't overuse the call, but just every once in a while, if you're just blind calling, just something like that, you'll get your own groove on how you do the call, depending on what results you get. And then the Snort Wheeze, like I said, I usually finish up with the Snort Wheeze on the private land. After I do the grunt, I'll do the Snort Wheeze. Something like that. So anyway, hope you got something out of that. And if you use some of these tactics out there, like I said, I'm not an expert, just a regular guy trying to have fun calling deer and understanding deer vocalization. In combination with that, they've got some doe bleats and stuff like that. Can't say I've had much success with that, but the combination of the two, something works. But I lean heavily towards the grunt call itself. Till next time, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, pound and hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, I ask you to consider subscribing if you like this content, because I'll show more of it, especially with deer season upon us. And this is what I enjoy here on Peterson Farms, Little Nashville. God bless you all. See you next time.